Imagine preparing for your wedding by crying every single day for an entire month, or watching your father spit on your bride before she leaves home. Strange? That's only the beginning. Around the world, marriage has never been just about love. For thousands of years, weddings were believed to decide a couple's entire future: happiness, wealth, fertility, even survival. Every culture created rituals to protect newlyweds from bad luck, evil spirits, or jealous neighbors. Some traditions seem beautiful, others seem terrifying, and a few are so bizarre they sound completely made up. Yet every one of them has a fascinating story. Let's begin in the mountains of Western China. Here lived the Tujia people. A bride was expected to cry before her wedding, not for 1 hour, not for 1 day, but for an entire month. Every evening, she sat and cried. 10 days later, her mother joined her. 10 days after that, her grandmother cried too. Soon the whole family cried together. To outsiders, it sounded like a tragedy, but it was actually considered a blessing. A bride who couldn't cry was thought to disrespect her family. Her tears showed gratitude, respect, and love. The louder the crying, the better the marriage was expected to be. Thousands of miles away in Kenya, some Maasai wedding traditions surprised early explorers. After the ceremony, the bride's father spits on her head and chest. Then she begins her journey to her husband's home. In many cultures, spitting is considered insulting. Here, it represents good fortune, blessings, and protection from evil. The bride must also avoid looking back. Looking back is believed to invite misfortune. Whether true or not, the tradition continues for many families today. Now travel north to Scotland, where weddings can become unbelievably messy. Before the ceremony, friends secretly capture the bride, sometimes the groom as well. They cover them with flour, eggs, syrup, feathers, mud, even rotten food, then parade them through the streets. This strange celebration is called blackening. It is meant to prepare the couple for life's hardships. If they can survive public embarrassment together, marriage should be much easier. Next comes one of the strangest traditions on earth, on the Indonesian island of Borneo. The Tidong people have a remarkable wedding custom. For 3 days after the ceremony, the newlyweds are expected to avoid using the bathroom. Friends and family carefully watch over them. They receive only small amounts of food and water. The tradition is believed to bring fertility, a long marriage, and good luck for future children. Whether science agrees or not, many families still proudly preserve this ancient custom. Now imagine attending a wedding where one of the newlyweds is no longer alive. It sounds like something from a horror movie. Yet ghost marriages have existed for centuries in parts of China. Families believed an unmarried spirit could remain restless after death. A symbolic marriage was thought to bring peace to the deceased. Sometimes both the bride and groom had died. Sometimes only one had. Ceremonies were held with great respect. Offerings were made to the ancestors. The goal was harmony between the living and the dead. While unusual to outsiders, the custom reflected deep beliefs about family and the afterlife. France has its own extraordinary tradition. Under exceptional legal circumstances, a person may marry someone who died before the wedding. This is known as a posthumous marriage. It requires government approval. The ceremony has no legal effect on inheritance. Instead, it recognizes a bond that tragedy interrupted. It is one of the world's rarest forms of marriage. Now travel to India, where astrology sometimes plays a role in weddings. Some people are believed to have an unlucky planetary alignment called Mangal Dosha. According to certain traditions, they may first participate in a symbolic marriage to a tree. The ceremony is believed to remove bad luck before marrying their future spouse. The tree is treated with respect throughout the ritual. Not everyone follows this custom today, but it still survives in some communities. Long before modern weddings, ancient Romans had their own mysterious rituals. The bride's hair was divided with the tip of a spear. The spear symbolized strength and protection. Weddings were considered serious public events. Every detail carried symbolic meaning. Even hairstyles represented hopes for the future. Medieval Europe introduced another surprising custom. Guests often escorted the newlyweds all the way to their bedroom. This was called the bedding ceremony. Friends sang songs and offered blessings. The custom celebrated the beginning of married life. Today, it would seem incredibly awkward. But centuries ago, it was perfectly normal in many places. In parts of Germany, newly married couples faced their first challenge immediately after the ceremony. Together, they must saw through a thick log. The task requires patience, teamwork, and communication. The log represents the obstacles they will face together. Another German tradition begins even before the wedding. Friends and relatives smash old plates and pottery. The loud noise is believed to drive away bad luck. The couple then cleans the broken pieces together. Their first lesson in solving problems as partners. Across many cultures, weddings were never just celebrations. They were promises, tests, and symbols of hope. Every unusual tradition had a purpose, even when it seems strange today. These customs remind us how differently people understood the world. Love was important, but so were luck, family, community, and survival. The next time you attend a wedding, think about the traditions you see. They may seem ordinary now, but centuries from today, our own wedding customs may appear just as strange. History has a funny way of changing what feels normal. And perhaps the strangest marriage tradition is simply how differently every culture celebrates the same promise of love.